I am so happy today to welcome my guest, Carol Woolton, to the studio. Carol is an author, an editor, a fellow jewelry obsessive, but most importantly, she's my friend. So welcome, Carol.
Thank you very much for having me, Frank.
Carol and I met years ago, I can't remember how many, on a project that is near and dear to my heart. We did a beautiful exhibition of floral jewels called In Bloom. Wasn't that our first?
Right here.
Right here at Sotheby's. So I'm so thrilled about your new book, If Jewels Could Talk, based of course on your podcast of the same name. Tell me a little bit about the concept of the book.
I feel whatever time of the Earth's history you're born into, whatever culture or civilization, we're all linked by jewelry. And we pretty well wear the same things. Okay, materials change, fashion changes, but actually the objects don't really. And so I've boiled it down to about 7 pieces, and I've written their histories. And they're the bead, the charm, the ring, the hoop, the brooch, the cuff, and the head ornament.
A jewelry collection as an expression of a woman's personal style is what I love most about my job. And coming up this December, we are thrilled to be selling the collection of Sydell Miller. She really was a legendary entrepreneur, kind of called the queen of the beauty industry. Somebody who took the beauty industry and revolutionized it, in some ways invented it. You know, there are aspects of beauty, certain products and techniques that she developed to really empower women that ran salons, to add more services and more techniques. You know, the day spa concept was really hers. This is one of my favorite pieces from her whole collection by Sabadini. This is a beautiful pink sapphire, and I think it's a little over 10 carats. I think it's a wonderful modern cocktail ring.
It's fabulous, and also very interesting that someone who loved beauty chose this, because this pop of color is very much, you imagine how she would have worn lipstick.
Yeah.
It's that this will perk me up in the morning. When I put this on, this color near my face will lift me.
The collection contains a lot of sets of jewelry. As you can see, this wonderful Angela Cummings set that comes with the brooch, the ear clips, bracelet, and necklace. I love that. What do you think? What are your thoughts on owning a complete set?
I think it's terrific to have a complete set. It's all about how you style it.
How you wear it.
It's how you style it. And look, this brooch, you could put that anywhere. You could put it in a surprising place.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm loving brooches sort of here.
Right here.
Maybe on a sweater.
Yeah.
And you just sort of tone it down a bit.
Her collection is really anchored by wonderful pieces by Graff. There's a magnificent drop necklace with earrings and also a wonderful emerald cut diamond ring. And you and I have visited Graff together in London. You must have a great relationship with Graff as a brand. Tell me some of the...
Well, I say to people when they come to London, come down Bond Street, and people just stare in those windows.
I know.
Because they are just the most magnificent diamonds. He finds these extraordinary stones.
It really builds the jewel around the stone, right? A lot of people say that, but I feel you really get that sense at Graff. And Sydell Miller really had a wonderful collection of Graff jewels, but she also had great daytime things. We have a few things here from Venier and from Angela Cummings for Tiffany. You and I were talking earlier this year, and when Sotheby sold this Van Cleef Arpels necklace from 1929, I said, this is the jewel of the year, except now it's not. Because as fabulous as that necklace was, now we have just sold this incredible necklace in our sale of Royal and Noble Jewels in Geneva for $4.8 million. Not a necklace as much as it's a diamond scarf.
It's called a negligee. I hadn't even seen a negligee before, and I've seen jewelry. I've seen jewelry.
You've seen a lot of jewelry. So have I.
And it's this 3-row, it's 300 carats of Golconda diamonds, and you wear it as a scarf.
Yeah.
And then you can tie it as a scarf. And I hadn't seen an object like this. Plus, it's got this unbelievable history to it. This was in the Anglesey family, a British aristocratic family. And it was in the tradition of the family that these diamonds had come from the necklace that Marie Antoinette never bought, never said she'd buy. Now, this can never be proved. That necklace was broken up, brought to London, the diamonds dispersed. But the Angleseys believed the diamonds came from that.
I've never seen anything like it, and aside from the provenance, just the fact that this jewel is intact from the end of the 18th century, that in itself is a huge story, that it's survived. It is one of the great jewelry mysteries of all time, and one of the greatest pieces of jewelry I've ever seen. I just have to go to this brooch because this is such a classic, right? This is by Cleef Arpels, a feather. I think if I ever gave up my flowers, I'd have to go with a feather because I think they're so elegant on a lapel. But the history of the feather is also a long one in jewelry, right?
This is, I mean, I know this sounds silly, but this is feathered. It is literally feathered. I mean, the way, you know, this sort of asymmetry coming down the side is absolutely beautiful and exquisite. And feathers have a long history, and this can be worn anywhere.
I also wanted to highlight she was a good client of Vernier. And I personally think Vernier makes some of the most beautiful, sculptural, well-made contemporary pieces. This one is diamonds and wood.
It's a great mix, isn't it? Because I think the contrast of the wood with the diamonds and also that high-low mix is so interesting. And it means you can wear it anywhere, actually. You can wear that in the day, sure.
Easily worn during the day, but also could be great with cocktail.
And it feels
then
so lovely.
You pop on the matching earring that's all diamonds, right? And then you've got a much more dressy look. I just think Vernier makes beautiful, beautiful things. And it's usually it's in yellow gold. This one is in white, which I think is quite nice. But I just love their jewels. And then I just have to highlight one more thing, not from the Sydell Miller collection, but in the sale. Magnificent strand of natural pearls. Look at those.
I mean, I'm actually slightly obsessed by natural pearls. It's so interesting how our tastes get influenced. And sort of in the last 70, 80 years, we've all been influenced by cultured pearls, big, white, South Seas. This is so chic. It's you know, you have the nacre going all the way through to the center. And they have this cream and this opalescence. It's almost like a mirror. You can almost see yourself in it. And that shows that this is natural. And the gradation is just perfect.
This is a magnificent strand.
It's perfect.
They're signed Tiffany Co, which always adds, and then that beautiful Nauvet diamond clasp, which we love. This is just an exceptional strand. The length, the size of the ones in the front, really special. And the natural pearl market is so strong right now.
It's so strong because people are really appreciating them and they're understanding how rare they are.
Yep, they finally understand the difference between cultured and natural and how rare they are. So very exciting. Can't wait to see those sell in December in New York. So we've got lots coming up, and I hope you'll stick with me each step of the way. Thank you.
Thank you very much.